Welcome to the Pro Project Books podcast. I'm Darrell Brown, your host and guide on this journey to demystify the world of bookkeeping and project accounting. You might be wondering, what exactly is project accounting and how is it different from general bookkeeping? Well, today we are going to debunk common project accounting myths. We are going to clear up some misconceptions around project accounting and show you how understanding and implementing project accounting practices can transform your business. We'll be debunking 3 common myths about project accounting that could be holding your creative business back. We'll let you know how addressing these myths can improve your financial management. And here's the kicker: if you're not adopting project accounting methods, you're probably dealing with more manual processes that are prone to user and data entry errors. Sound familiar? Let's get started and see how project accounting can help streamline your operations and boost your project's profitability. So our first myth is project accounting is the same as general bookkeeping. All right, let's tackle this myth. Many creative companies think project accounting is no different from general bookkeeping. They believe that as long as they're tracking all overall expenses and all overall income, they're good to go. But that's not really the case. Imagine you're running a creative agency. You've got a branding project for a new tech startup and a digital media campaign for a fashion brand. With general bookkeeping, all of your expenses and income are lumped into one big pot. Your financial reports are unable to differentiate the expenses of the branding project from the digital media campaign. Now, how does this affect your accounting? Because everything's mixed together, you can't see which project is making money and which one is a drain on your financial resources. You notice your expenses are going up, but you have no idea why. Most likely, you are using an Excel or a Google Sheet to try and track project expenses. With a manual process like this, there are bound to be missed expenses. Sound familiar? It's like trying to manage your personal budget without knowing where the money is actually being spent. Now, what are the benefits of letting go of this myth? Now, picture this. You start using project accounting. Every time you have a new project or campaign, you're able to set up a new project in your accounting system to track it. You're able to enter income and expenses directly against that project. You can set up project financial reports to track its progress against the budget. Suddenly, you can see each project's cost, revenues, and profitability separately. You realize the branding project is under budget, but the digital media campaign is costing way more than expected. You can review the actual numbers against your budget. This clarity allows you to adjust your resource allocation and pricing strategies. Each project becomes a clear, manageable piece of your financial puzzle. Doesn't that sound better than just general bookkeeping? While general bookkeeping is necessary to understand the overall financial health of your company, project accounting is needed to understand how each project plays a part in the overall financial picture. Moving on to our second myth, the belief that project accounting is only necessary for large projects. I bet a lot of you running smaller operations have thought this, but it's just not true. Let's say you're running a small architecture firm. You're handling various projects like a few residential home renovations and an office redesign. Each project has a modest budget and you think, these are small. I can just track them in Excel. But here's what's happening. You're overspending on the office redesign and underspending on the home renovations. Keeping track of all of the time and money you're spending on each renovation in Excel is tough. With a manual process like this, some expenses are incorrectly added to the office redesign project, even though they actually belong to the home renovation. At a second glance, you realize you made a mistake, but This process is error prone. You're stressed out and wondering if there's a better way to track expenses. It's ideal to start project accounting early while your projects are small, so you already have a system in place to monitor finances as your projects grow larger. As you take on bigger clients, especially in real estate like the architecture firm, they will likely want financial reports and backup documentation to substantiate the project's cost. If you're unable to produce the reports and necessary documentation, it could negatively impact your relationship with the client. To the example of the architecture firm, even these smaller projects have detailed budgets and forecasts. Project accounting would allow you to monitor expenses at the project level and make adjustments in real time, ensuring you're staying within budget for each project. Each project is financially controlled, giving you accurate project financial reports. Doesn't that sound like a relief from using Excel? Last but not least, let's talk about the myth that project accounting is too complex and time-consuming. I know the thought of adding another layer to your bookkeeping can be daunting, but the benefits of project accounting are worth it. Picture this. You're running an e-commerce company, you have multiple product lines, and eco-friendly clothing, reusable household items, and organic skincare products. You're using spreadsheets to track everything, believing project accounting would be way too complicated. It's a manual process where each cost related to each product line has to be entered on a spreadsheet and totaled to find out how it affects the bottom line. Now, how is this affecting your accounting? Using spreadsheets, you're constantly finding calculation errors and incorrect amounts being entered. You struggle to see which product lines are performing well and which aren't. It's a time-consuming manual approach that is driving you insane. You're missing opportunities to grow your brand because your financial picture is so confusing. Now imagine adopting project accounting software. You can set up each product line and assign expenses to it. You can compare what you are charging the customer versus expenses to you to make sure of your profit margin. You can clearly see the profitability of each product line, and this means better resource allocation and strategic decision making, like marketing campaigns. Let go of the myth that project accounting is too complex and understand that it allows you to leverage technology for improved project financial management. While the initial setup of project accounting can be time-consuming, it will automate financial tracking and reduce errors, saving you a ton of time from manual entry and spreadsheets. Once your project accounting process is up and running, the processes involved become second nature and easier to automate with each project. To recap, we've debunked 3 common myths about project accounting. We learned that project accounting is not the same as general bookkeeping, it's useful for projects of all sizes, and it's not as complex or time-consuming as many believe. Don't let these myths hold you back. Understanding and implementing project accounting can provide your creative business with the financial clarity and the control needed to thrive. If you're unsure about the effectiveness of your current bookkeeping practices, or if you're just looking for ways to streamline your financial management, we're here to help. We invite you to schedule a discovery call at proprojectbooks.com. During this call, we can explore your current financial management challenges and discuss how our services can help turn your bookkeeping into a powerful tool for growth. You can also subscribe to our podcast for bookkeeping and financial management strategies. Follow us on Instagram at proprojectbooks for more episodes and essential insights into bookkeeping and project accounting. We're also on the lookout for financial and business experts to join us on the podcast as guests. If you have insights or experiences that can benefit our audience, please reach out to engage@proprojectbooks.com or DM us on Instagram at proprojectbooks. We'd love to have you share your knowledge on a future episode. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Pro Project Books podcast. We look forward to having you with us again next time. Until then, keep your projects profitable and your reports insightful.